I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, it's holiday season and a lame duck Congress. But it's a crazy real estate market. Should you buy your house? Should you sell your house right now or wait till next year? We'll answer that and plenty more. It's just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. If you've been threatened by the IRS, you're not helpless. I'm attorney Justin Clark. You have the power to fight wage garnishments and to fight levies on your account. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your life.
This is a special offer from IQ Power Solar.
Stop paying high electric bills with a solar power system from IQ Power Solar. And now it's never been easier. IQ Power Solar can give you immediate electric bill relief right now when you go solar. IQ Power Solar will reimburse you for your very next electric bill. Plus, if you're a first responder, IQ Power Solar will pay your program payment for the rest of the year. Call 407-585-1018 now or visit iqpowersolar.com.
Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses throughout Orlando, but with my attorney advice throughout the way. If you have any questions whatsoever during the show, I have people standing by right now at that phone number. It's 407-205-0400. If you want to start your house hunt for your dream home this weekend, Dallas Lehman also standing by at the very same phone number, 407-205-0400. Hey, a great show on tap for you today. You will not want to miss one single minute. But first, it's time for my opening statement. The opening statement today is brought to you by my good friends at IQ Power Solar. As you know, I went solar this past year, and I saved over $500 a month on my electricity bill. But maybe more importantly for me this year, I owed $10,000 in taxes to the IRS. Because I went solar, I had to pay $0 in taxes. You got that right. I saved $10,000 on my tax bill, and you can do the exact same thing if you go solar. But you have to act now. Please call Stephen Bader, the COO of IQ Power Solar, immediately, because the year is almost over. You need that tax credit right now. You can reach him at 407-205-0400. Steve, tell me how you did it for me. Live here on site with the COO of IQ Power Solar, Stephen Bader. I already had solar installed on my house. I wanted to see his crew in action against Steve. You must admit, this is the most talented crew in all of solar.
I'm pretty happy with it.
The guys are doing a great job up there, obviously, professional. I mean, solar can have some people and some businesses that aren't so good. What separates IQ Power Solar?
Well, it's really valuable to have your own install crew instead of subcontractors, etc. So these guys work together year after year. They've done a lot of trainings together. Every time there's a new product that comes to market, they go to manufacturer trainings. We're actually a warranty center for a lot of manufacturers, which is really cool, and it distinguishes us, especially when it comes to servicing. But really, it's just about cohesiveness. You know, these guys, they get here in the morning, they review the engineer drawings together. Sometimes they review the drawings in the office on a chalkboard environment when there's problems and stuff like that. But they lay it out and then just execute. So it's really cool when they have a lot of experience together, just like anything else.
There's something to be said for one truck, two trucks, three trucks, all with the logo on there. Everyone has the same shirt, IQ Power Solar. I mean, this is a real professional organization.
We try.
And Stephen Bader, IQ Power Solar, thanks for coming out today.
Of course.
It's holiday season. We have a lame duck president. We have a lame duck Congress. So the big question that we're hearing right now is, should I buy a house right now? Should I sell a house right now? Or should I wait till next year when things shake out a little bit? I've invited really the best agents in town today to help us answer that question. But also with all this uncertainty in the market, in the economy, a lot of people on Robinhood investing in the stock market, is now the time to actually use some of that money to invest in a vacation home? I have Dawood Bedrosian here to answer that question for us as well. And we're going to do that by asking real questions. And now it's time for Real Questions. Every Saturday here on You Have Real Estate, I ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate market. Today on the show, returning visitors, JJ Mackle, Sherry Dyer. Hey, welcome back. How have you girls been doing, by the way?
Fantastic. We are so busy.
What's going on? So we know that it's a weird time politically. Should I wait to buy or should I wait to sell till next year?
You should definitely sell now if you're in Central Florida, and you should also buy now because you're not going to see interest rates stay this low, no matter who becomes president in the end. I think that interest rates will have to, rise. So money is cheap. Why? You better buy. And people now, after the COVID thing, they want to be closer to their friends and family. If you had a 5-year plan, we're seeing people want to get to the end of that 5-year plan sooner because the whole COVID lockdown thing.
Is this maybe, JJ, one of the first times it's ever been a great time to sell and buy? And I say that because everyone says it's a seller's market, but then we have interest rates at 2.7%, meaning it's almost free money. I don't remember another time where it's a great time to buy or sell.
I would describe this in one word: opportunity. I've never seen opportunities like this in my life. You've got buyers have more buying power, and sellers have more power because there's less inventory. So yes, I would absolutely describe it that way.
Holiday season's here, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. How would you expect the market to react through the end of the year, through the holidays, Sherry?
Well, here in Central Florida, everybody comes to visit their friends and family and their moms and their dads and their grandparents here.
Yeah.
So we are going to be so busy, and we will be working through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. I am usually very, very busy during the holiday season because of all the people that come to visit their relatives.
You probably don't want to go here, but I've heard a lot of people call me saying, I want to sell everything because of what happened in the election. Can an election affect the real estate market here?
Oh, yes. A lot of people, we saw during the election, it was slow, and then it was hot, and then it was slow. It's sort of like what the stock market's doing right now. But I think in Florida, we're sort of exempt from that just because businesses have been open. We have the low tax rates. People are ready to live in a pandemic-friendly environment. What do you say, Sherry?
I agree with you, JJ. I think that, our governor, he is great about not totally locking us down like some of the other states and cities have been. So that is really big, and that people want to come here because they know they need to get out of their house. I mean, you've got a mass exodus in New York City, all sorts of stuff happening. I saw on the news today where in Michigan, they want you to wear your mask in your own house. Like, how are you going to police that? I mean, come on.
There's no singing at holiday parties this year either, I've heard, in many states. So if you're excited about singing for Thanksgiving, don't get
Florida.
too excited this year. and we have been bullish on the Florida real estate market for a while now. I mean, last year, if you look at the numbers, about 900 people a day moved to Florida every day last year. It's like creating a city the size of Orlando every year. However, I think it's inarguable at this point that number will go up. That number is going to increase. Look at the numbers in New York City. Look at the people moving to Florida. Now, that 900 a day number last year is going to increase, Sherry.
Absolutely. So 4 days ago, it was the New York Post mentioned that in the last 8 months, over 300,000 New Yorkers have done a change of address, leaving the 5 boroughs there in New York City. And that just says everything. We're seeing that even in California. We've got a lot of California buyers. We have a lot of buyers coming from all across the Midwest, your Detroit area and things like that, up from South Florida even. So
I see it in the developments. If you look around at some of these areas that are hot, what's going on development-wise is showing that builders and commercial real estate know what the hot areas are to live in. Like in College Park, you've got the packing district and the new Four Rivers place. In the beaches are hot. I am regretting not buying a 3-bedroom there, so I might buy the listing that we're featuring.
Yeah.
But Merritt Island, we're almost going through another space age,
Really?
I mean, and everyone's moving out there. A lot of people from Windermere, I know, are moving out to the beach area. So.
Occasionally on the show, I get accused of being too optimistic. I promise you, if things things were looking terrible, I'd tell you, head for the hills or whatever. I've never seen a market like this, and I know I've been telling you this every week for 6 months now, but it's crazy. But it's also a great time to buy because of those rates. So if you buy a house right now, are you overpaying a little bit? Yeah, maybe you are overpaying a little bit, but if it's a house that you're going to live in, who cares? Compare it to what you would pay for rent at the house down the street, and even no matter what you pay for the house now, with the rate at 2.7%, you're going to pay less PITI on this mortgage than you are for rent. There's just no way around it. $1 million houses, though, Sherry, they take forever to sell, right?
No, not anymore, Justin. So the ORA, the Orlando Regional Realtor Association, their statistics the last 2 months have been that we have had a 100% increase in homes selling over $1 million. So like 3 or 4 months ago, I believe we had like 25 sales, and then the next month we had 55, and then it's just been increasing. Again, it's because of we have people that have lived in cities that is very costly. It takes more money to live in those cities. They come to Orlando and they really get a deal. So for $1 million, you get so much more. So our $1 million homes are flying off the shelf. And if you have $1 million home you'd like to sell, please call.
and again, $1 million house right now, where the rates where they are is what, $4,800 a month PITI, something like that. So that's a lot of money, sure. But if you're the kind of person that can afford $1 million house, you can afford the $4,800, and to rent the house, you're looking at $10,000.
Yeah, when interest rates were 6, 7, 8%, you know,
$8,000. Yeah, it was $7,000-8,000 a month for that very same house. Now, speaking of houses, you girls brought 3 awesome listings to show us, and look, this is everyone's favorite part of the show anyway. Let's take some tours together of these 3 listings. We're going to start here in New Smyrna Beach, as JJ was talking about, the place that she wants to buy herself. So, look, we don't know this one's going to be on the market long, because JJ wants to buy it. JJ, tell me about South Atlantic Avenue.
I would absolutely love to. This one is 5301 South Atlantic Avenue. It's number 26. It's in Shoreham by the Sea. And just to show you how popular it is, we mostly get offers from people who already live there.
Oh.
The owner was approached by a couple of people who live there to buy it early, but she said she wanted to list it, and I was very thankful.
Yeah.
And Sherry is also, we're a member of the New Smyrna Beach Board of Realtors as well, so we've listed it on both MLSs. It's near Canal Street. Sherry and I love going up there and hosting open houses and then having a few cocktails there later on. But it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It's priced at $450. It's 1,100 square feet. It's on the 2nd floor, so it has a straight on view of the beach, which the seller loves. That's one of the reasons she bought it originally. She rents it out periodically, and then in between those other times, people stay there with friends and family, and then she has the whole rental information for anyone who's interested. And we are starting to get a ton of showings already because this area is popular.
I think it's a great time to buy a second home or a vacation home because, I mean, let's be honest, who wants to get on a plane and travel to Utah this year or go to Washington, or maybe we have that European trip we've been wanting to do. No one wants to do that right now. But 45 minutes down the road, you can have your own little slice of paradise. That's yours. Like that closet has your kids' clothes in it that you don't have to pack up the whole suitcase every time you go to your vacation paradise.
Right, and they have owner's closets because it also allows you to be able to lease it out. So if you want to cover your taxes and your HOA fee, lease it out for, 10 weeks a year, or however, whatever it takes.
Yep. If you want to talk to JJ about this property, like to see the property, call her right now at 407-205-0400. Now, a mere 45 to 50 minutes back down this way in Orlando, we have West Smith Street.
Yes, this is another hot property. We show it nonstop. We have some offers coming in as we speak. It's on a double lot, which in College Park is definitely, a prime rib steak. It's awesome. It also has boat and RV parking. The lot is huge. So we've had a lot of builders interested and also people looking to renovate. It has a pool, which obviously is also pandemic friendly. Everyone's looking for it, and it's spacious. It's 2278 square feet. So a lot of people, for that price, it's priced at $389, think it's a deal.
That's a mansion in College Park, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is. I mean,
It
that's
is.
a really great sized home for College Park.
Yeah, I've had someone come look at the survey and the land, and they were wanting to do, and this is totally related to COVID, put in a putting course and then with some lights and make it almost like not a bed and breakfast, but set it up like that. But yes,
family.
it has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It has 2 family room areas, updated kitchen. So it's a beautiful property, and again, it's right smack in the middle of College Park. So it's near the Four Roots Farm, it's near Dubstrud, and Steve's, where Sherry and I frequent at the tap room, and McRae Art Studios, and also downtown UCF has really transformed the area around it. So there's a lot of really cool developments going on.
College Park is great, I think, for young families too, people with young kids, or even empty nesters. I feel like really love College Park as well. It's a great neighborhood.
It's walkable. It's set up in a grid format, so you always know where you are.
Now, if you want to spend a couple of extra dollars on an absolute dreamy paradise, I would call it, mansion, tell me about Houston Road. Where is this?
Well, this is on Lake Killarney, right across from the famous, well, I still call it Houston's, but it's Hillstone,
Right.
if you've been around. And it is on the point. It is a double lot. You bring your seaplane. I know of 3 lakes that you can land a seaplane. Lake Down. This one, there's one in close by. This is the only one in Winter Park where you can bring your seaplane. So you have a 1.5 buildable acres, and it is 2 lots right now. He's selling the whole parcel for $4.2 million. For both lots. So you could divide it up and sell off a portion and then take the other.
Oh.
When you look it up in the tax rolls, because of the riparian rights, it's going to say a little over like 8 acres, but the buildable acres is 1.5. And it is just a beautiful piece of property. You could just talk about building your dream home, and there's boating. It's a large lake.
And it's a very active lake. A lot of people boat on it, they paddleboard, they do nature watching, scenic strolls, and that whole area in itself is on fire.
Yeah, that lake is 234 acres. And it's spring-fed.
Arguably maybe the most valuable residential lot in that part of town at this point.
Well, it's your own little private peninsula.
Yeah, it's your own private peninsula, 432 feet of lake frontage.
And you can swim to Hillstone, but can you swim home? I think for sure.
I couldn't.
Excellent job.
Not after the COVID wait.
Trust me, I'm the same exact. Next year
we'll do it. We'll try
If you'd like to see any of these properties, you'd like to sell your house or see other properties, call JJ and Sherry right now. The phone number, 407-205-0400. All right, we're going to take a quick break, flip a coin to see who's staying for the Real Estate Roundtable.
I'm going to make Sherry stay.
You're going to make Sherry stay.
I'm staying.
JJ, it was great to see you as
Thank you
always.
so
Hope you'll come
much.
back and see us soon. Keep up the good work, okay?
I appreciate it.
Quick break ahead. It's going to be a quick one. We'll be right back as You Have Real Estate rolls on.
Just in case you haven't heard lately, mortgage rates are at historic lows. In my entire career, I have never seen them dip this low. Now may be your best time to own your dream home and stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent, refinance to a lower rate to save money on your monthly mortgage payment, or pay off high-interest credit card and other debt. My name is Dallas Lehman, president of You Have Mortgage. No one knows when rates will begin to climb again, but they will and can go back up quickly. Call me today so we can tailor your historic rate and program. Our premier Under One Roof team is here to provide our very best for you.
Welcome back to the show. Happy to have Dawood Bedrosian here with RE/MAX. Dawood, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Weird time in the economy. It's a great real estate market, but then all these people, too, have invested in Robinhood and all these different apps where you can put money now, and
Correct.
it seems like things could get a little volatile. What do you think about investing in real estate right now? When I say investing, I mean in a vacation home or a second home.
So As we've discussed over the past few weeks during the radio show with you, I think there is no better time to invest in our Central Florida market than now. Interest rates, as we all know, are at an all-time low. And I find that there's a ton of people that I'm getting phone calls from that are coming in from the Northeast, and there's a ton of international buyers that have bought properties here that are now either A, selling off those properties and looking at second homes or vacation homes from a lot of the investments that they had purchased 10 years ago. So I think it's a really great time to buy at low interest rates. I think in this specific sector, you can actually even get some really great deals for a lot of people that have been sitting on some of these properties and actually want to offload them now as well too.
I think that if you lived in Egypt near the pyramids, you would see the pyramids every day and say, oh, wow, it's a pyramid. I've seen that before. For us, it's crazy, you know? We live in Orlando, the vacation mecca of the world. We don't understand that because we live it every day, that we literally live in the vacation mecca of the world. How does that change our strategy when it comes to investing in real estate?
Well, if you're looking at it from a local perspective, I think all you have to do is just change the lens here. So I think from a local perspective, there are definitely a lot of opportunities where people can take advantage of purchasing a second home, which they can use, especially during the times that we have where they can work from home and actually treat it as a second home. And it could be a home, for example, at the beach or even down by Disney. That could be a 4 to a 13 bedroom house with your own private swimming pool. That way you're insulated, you don't have to interact with anybody else, and you can definitely have your whole family there and enjoy all the amenities that a lot of these great resorts offer. And then from the other perspective too, you can also rent these properties out, because what we're finding is you get a lot of local tourism that are coming from neighboring states, and there's a lot of people from the Northeast that are saying, you know what, if I'm going to get locked up, I'm going to drive down to Florida and I'm going to enjoy a property. It's a cheaper cost of living, and it's better than being locked up in a little boxed apartment in Manhattan or wherever you're at in the cold weather right now.
Is there a difference in a vacation home versus a second home?
I think it comes down to what I'd like to call an investment, which is END investment. So it's how you actually like to use your investment in the end. So yes, you can use that same property as a home that you will not rent, that you have personally furnished, and enjoy it for yourself and your family and relatives that are coming into town. Or you can take advantage of it and actually make money on that same property and have it leased out when you're not there to cover your expenses that you may have, and in many cases, even the mortgage.
For both of you, is there any place right now I can find a decent deal on a vacation or second home?
Well, probably down in the Osceola County.
Yeah, correct.
The thing about the vacation homes is in Orange County and Seminole County, you can't do short-term rental. We protect Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World made those laws so that Orange and Seminole County, you can't do that short-term, and they're even becoming more strict on that Airbnb.
Correct.
So if you own a home down in the Osceola County, then that's where you can make more money because you have more money. They can stay there a month, they can stay there 2 months, they can stay there a week. So that option is more attractive to a lot of people. So I think that right now I've sold probably 2 vacation homes in the last 6 months, and actually both of those sellers have called me. They want to come back to Florida.
That's fine.
So, yeah, they want to come back because it's cold up there. One guy's in like Nebraska or something, and it's just getting cold, and they want to come back to the warm weather, and they feel safe here.
Right.
It's a very safe area. That's what I think is important.
To add to your
safety.
point, I think there's 2 factors to that. I think that a lot of the people that purchased a lot of these properties a number of years ago are now taking advantage of offloading the property, taking advantage of an exchange rate if they're a foreigner. By making whatever income that they've made, the appreciation on the property, and even more than that. This is essentially a real estate asset on steroids.
Right.
Because there's a foreign exchange factor that you can even get an additional lift, where in some cases can be upwards of 30% as well too. And in that same token, I can tell you, this segment also offers an opportunity for people to take advantage of and inexpensive properties, because I'm looking at properties right now that are 3 bedrooms that are sub $120,000 for condos that are vacation rental in the Osceola County area. And the owners have been sitting on these properties. They haven't been generating the income that they would have liked to have gotten. And in this case, it's been a bit of a liability for them. And other people have taken advantage of this and used this as a second home with the potential to rent it out as more and more tourists start to come down and rent these properties, and definitely into 2021. We talked about this yesterday. I think, there's a lot of people that have this pent-up energy that are waiting for Orlando to open up and waiting to come down to Disney. Disney has just increased their capacity from 25 to 35%. So we're definitely getting more tourism. These vacation homes are renting out more and more as the months go by. We have Thanksgiving around the corner. Second week of December all the way to the beginning of January is going to be a hot time to rent out your vacation property. So if you're looking to purchase a vacation property, take advantage of the rentals that you can get with this investment now.
I agree right now. And speaking of investing in vacation homes, I'm going to show you a couple right now, and you can call Dawood to see these right away. Marker Avenue. Tell me about this one.
So it's the only bungalow-style barrel tile roof home in all of Encore at Reunion.
Yeah.
It's 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and one of the interesting things about this property in particular is that it is one of the smaller homes that they offer out of the models that range all the way up to a 12-bedroom. It's perfect for a group of golfers to come down. It's perfect for a small family to take advantage of this home. And this home rents out like crazy. I think one of the challenges that I've actually had is actually getting people in there because the home is rented out.
Oh, really?
So often.
Like, I want to stay a couple nights. Jeez.
We have that in Isamar Beach.
Yeah. What is the price point on this one?
So the price point on that one is $419,900. And it's a great deal. It rents out like crazy, and it's definitely one to consider if you're looking for a resort that has a ton of amenities. There's a beautiful water park over there, restaurants on site, tennis courts, basketball, the whole works.
Yeah, the developer did a great job.
Yeah, I know. It's a great place. I mean, you'd like to see the property, Dawood will show it to you today at 407-205-0400. And lastly, Kings Castle Circle. Where is this?
Story Lake. Different size of home. We're looking at a 6-bedroom, 5-bath home, just over 3,200 square feet. Has the pool, the jacuzzi, all the bells and whistles that you want. And the best thing about both of these homes is that they both come furnished. So you can actually walk in. Yeah. It's turnkey. You don't have to purchase anything else. If you're coming to use it as a second home, just come with your own luggage. If you're looking to use it for the investment, obviously enjoy the property around the bookings that you have. Take advantage of the income that you're having from these properties, but it's a no-brainer.
I mean, the whole furnished thing probably saves at a minimum, what, 10 grand at
try
least?
30 to 100,000.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say 25 to 40, and some of the lower.
I mean, for some of the properties that we have had, right?
We won't name furniture companies' names or anything, but there's this place and then there's this place.
But I mean, I think for a lot of the people that are trying to use these homes as investment properties and second homes, when you're looking at 12, 13, 14-bedroom houses, we're looking at over $70,000 in furniture.
Wow. So, and if you buy it furnished, like literally, you're not bringing anything. No. They'll probably put bottles of water in the refrigerator for you if you want.
And the key to really having a great investment property is your management company.
Correct.
That is the absolute key to make sure they keep up with the maintenance, that they take inventory. That is really so important to keeping your asset at its.
I think, in addition to that, there's a couple of key things that I would always advise my clients to look at when they're looking at properties like this, which is, look at the community, because everybody's after all the bells and whistles. When you're coming to rent a property, you're looking at a property on the internet, in your home, and you're thinking, well, will little Johnny like the movie theater in here? And would they like the game room? And we're going to have a great time going to the water park, for example.
Right.
After that, I would say, what upgrades does the home come with? What additional amenities can it offer its guests? how upgraded is the flooring? What does the kitchen look like?
Exactly.
And then look at the rentals, because without a strong management company,
That's key.
And you'll never get those answers without a strong real estate agent. And I'd like to thank Dawood
Thank you.
Bedrosian and
Thank
JJ
you.
Mackel, who's still back there watching, and Sherry Dyer. Thank you guys all so much. I think that was a great show. Good
Thank
job
you.
today.
Thanks.
Most importantly, thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions about what we talked about, you know how to find us. 407-205-0400. I'm Justin Clark. I'll see you next week on You Have Real Estate.